I put out content and 100 million people show up. And then I also have a gaming channel. I put out content and 15 million people show up. And a reaction channel, I put out content and 10 million people show up. I have a TikTok and I put out content and on average 20 million people show up.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course. I mean, if you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most powerful man on earth. So of course. It's been crazy because I've been doing it since I was 11.
Really?
What about your plans for, like, I don't know, a life?
Yeah.
You have one of those?
At the moment, like, stuff is, they're so big projects.
When I was a teenager, I just, I couldn't relate to many people and I just thought it was like a freak of nature because no one was obsessed with building businesses or any of this kind of stuff.
If you wake up and every day you obsess over something and you live and breathe it, and that's what you think about, that's what you do, that's what you study on and off, that's what you stay up every night grinding, and no one else even gives a flying about it, it's like, you just feel like a weirdo, like an outcast.
Were you good at school?
No, horrible.
Really?
God awful. Back then, people are like, get a life, stop being a fucking nerd, like you're too obsessive, you're a weirdo.
I think a lot of them think I just throw around money. Yeah. But it's like, it's not that. It's like, if it was that, everyone would be doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Or every creator would.
It sounds cliche and you hear that kind of shit in movies and you're like, that's not how it works. But it is. Like, there's just not many people that just want to give up everything, go all in, then obsess over making the greatest goddamn videos every single day of their life. Like, they're really hard to find.
Anyone in the world can be a successful YouTuber, and to me, that's like the beauty of the platform.
It is. It is a teachable skill. It's a learnable skill. You can study your way to consistently make viral videos, no matter how small your channel is, even if you have 0 subscribers.
Yeah. No one 10 years ago, when I was grinding and putting in the hours, would ever have thought you could do the kind of revenue and money I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But you have to have a little bit of that faith. Just when you put so much time into something, like even back then, there were so many times where I was just like, this is never gonna work out.
What do you have now, 90 million subscribers?
Across everything, we're closing in on 200 million subscribers. Jeez! I was a college dropout, didn't really have much money. I used to make like $1 a day. I saved up for months and I bought a microphone. And then I saved up for like half a year and I bought a computer.
You left after 2 weeks?
Yeah, which, not to overhype it was a community college, but yeah. And then I was just like, I'd rather be poor and making videos than literally doing anything else. I thought I was a weirdo. I'm obsessed and I'm crazy. Like I will spend every dollar back into the channel forever. I don't care. I just want to be the biggest. Like they say 10,000 hours in master or something, we probably put in like 40, 50,000 hours.
How many hours do you work? Since I was 11 years old, almost every waking hour of the day.
The only thing that was consistent is like I woke up every day and I grinded and I obsessed and I was like, I'm gonna die trying. Like if we don't make it, I'm gonna try until the day I die. I mean, I had no future outside of YouTube. I mean, like some people do YouTube for fun. Some people do it just to pay off their mortgage of the house. Like everyone has different goals. But if you really want to be the best in the goddamn world, it's like Michael Jordan says, you're not trying to get 1% better, you're trying to get 10,000% better. I have clarity on clarity on clarity. I was determined that I was gonna do YouTube or just live in a box. I just don't fucking care because everything else was just so boring.
You've created a new model when it comes to making videos on YouTube, and I believe a lot of YouTubers, even my brother, they try to recreate it.
You must have a lot of haters.
I don't really pay attention to it. We agreed not to drink. We just literally obsessed from the time we woke up to the time we went to bed. Jeff Bezos says like, focus on your, what is it? The consumer, not the competition. Sure. So I for the most part just focus on making great videos and I don't really pay attention.
Your philanthropy channel. How did that get started, and what are you trying to do with that?
Essentially, like, I want to grow this channel really big, get it where, it's pulling millions of dollars a month in revenue and do tons of brand deals and stuff like that, and then just basically use that money to buy food and feed as many people as we can.
I think really what you've tapped into is joy and spectacle and wonder.
I feel like you are so heavy on the mindset of giving back, and that's why you're receiving as much.
Rule number one is you got to give more, or give at least what you take. And if you do that, people will always teach you stuff.
Say that one more time.
You gotta give at least what you take from someone.
In general, I just see everyone else as collaborators, not competitors. I don't think giving advice and helping other creators do well in any way harms me, and I think it only brings more value to my life.
You invest so much money into
all
the
the
show.
money I make. I don't. Why do I need money? I'm just focused on making the best videos possible. Period. I don't care about making money. I don't care about time. I don't care about anything. I just want to make the best videos on the planet.
Materialistic objects don't matter that much.
What helps us make the best videos possible? That's the only question you should ask me. Subscribers don't matter. Views don't matter. I mean, they do, but all that comes. Everything you want as a creator comes from making the best videos possible, and thumbnails.
Hopefully there's a day where I can give away $1 billion in a video, honestly.
I want to just literally all I want to do is make the best videos possible. Yeah. That's why I live in the studio right over there. So I don't, like, I'm not worried about paying for a mansion. I don't drive a Lamborghini. Entrepreneurial people that are like the most happy, most fulfilled are the ones that are just chasing success in their business just purely because they love to. And like, it's not like, oh, once I reach this, I can buy this or that. I think that's like an unhealthy way to go about it.
Are you investing any of your own money separate from everything else? Like, do you take any of it for yourself, put it off to the side, and invest
I
it?
reinvest everything.
No, I think living your life chasing like a nicer and nicer car and a bigger and bigger box to live in is kind of like a dumb way to go about life.
I purposely have a really like dumbed down lifestyle because it gives you freedom. Like, you know, most people can't reinvest in a business because when they get to this level, they're worried about their $10 million mansion. They're like 4 or 5 cars.
Every 6 months, you should look back and hate your videos, or at least see things you could improve and be like, oh, I could have done this better, that better. If not, then you're not learning quick enough.
Did you see Ex Machina?
No.
You didn't?
No.
How dare you?
What even
you
is that?
Never saw that movie?
Wait.
Oh my gosh.
I purely grew up on YouTube. I haven't seen hardly any.
That's wild. Isn't it incredible what you can accomplish, like singular focus?
Nice insurance and keeping up with that, and then like their second home and all these other things. I just cut it all out. I have no like personal debt or like things, you know, that I have to pay for, so I can just go all in on the business.
It's like Who Killed Kenny? Like, you bastard. Like when South Park, when Kenny would die do you don't know Kenny in South Park?
Well, I mean, I've heard the name Kenny. I've never watched South Park.
No.
Oh,
James.
Oh, no.
What is happening here? Are we in an alternative universe? What planet are you from?
You just have to have a never-ending thirst for learning.
You're talking to a YouTube baby, a guy.
What?
I saw South Park as a waste of time growing up.
It's not that you're a freak of nature. You just haven't found people that have the same interest.
It's like in my head, I had already had 100 million subscribers for like 5 years because I was just like,
that makes sense.
I had envisioned it so much that it was already reality.
My team pushes back on me pretty hardcore, which I want. I don't want yes men.
I met these other YouTubers and they were equally as obsessed, and we just kind of talk. I mean, that's how you get successful at a young age. You just obsess and cut everything else out. Right now, it's really 3 things that my entire world revolves around. I work out every day. I work on main channel videos, and I work on festivals. It's just those 3 things. I wake up, I do that, and then when I'm done, I go to bed. And I just do that every day.
People gave me so much advice on why I shouldn't be doing it, why I'm crazy. Every step of the way, people wanted to tell me why I shouldn't be doing this and should get a life, should stop being too obsessed, everything under the book.
You know how they say it takes 10,000 hours to master something, right? Yeah. Obviously, everyone says that. And everyone's like proud when they're like, I put 10,000 hours into this thing. Like, I'm gonna put 10,000 days into this.
For young people to realize that there is this path, and it's not just a path of like moderate success, it's a path of massive success, gigantic 224 million view videos, and it all is done by a regular guy.
Views are crazy. So our videos get 200 million views sometimes. No, you know, not sometimes. A lot of them going to get 200. Sometimes they get 300 million views. That was the biggest problem. Is I thought it was a freak of nature because like people would tell me, all you do is talk about YouTube. You're too obsessed with YouTube. For a lot of people, when you know you're grinding as a small channel, people think you're too obsessed. You're a weirdo. Stop only making videos. Like, get a life. Be realistic. You know, I mean, people will convince you you're out of your mind for wanting to do this. My goal is to make the best videos possible. I'm gonna spend 100 times more. I'm gonna be 100 times more creative. I'm gonna work 100 times harder. And once you're successful, they're like, yo, your drive, your tenacity was great. But it's like, yeah, well, where was that back then? You know what I mean? I didn't get that when I was a small channel. Find what you love, because if you find what you love and you obsess over day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year for a decade, you're going to achieve some form of success.
531,000.
The views are skyrocketing. Like a year ago, I was getting 50 million views a video. Pick any channel you want.
$63,000 a month.
Buying a mansion isn't winning. Like finding a job you love and doing it over the course of decades is winning. You know, waking up every day happy to do what you love.
I was gonna say, do you have that vision now of like, where does this channel go?
Of course.
In 5 years?
Bro,
like,
I've got at least 20 years left. This is easy. The way you get that exponential growth is to obsess over things for decades, not years. If you have a goal in life, it helps you work those longer hours. It helps you pull those all-nighters. This is 200 million views. It's double the Super Bowl. If you don't truly love it, you're gonna quit way before you get like that compound growth and you really get ultra levels of success. So in my opinion, the easiest way to be successful is just find something you truly love. I wake up every day, I work out, I focus on festivals, and I make the best videos possible. And I'm gonna do those 3 things.
Yeah.
And I say this repeatedly because I think this is like everyone needs to find their own mindset.
Yeah.
Because like if your mind is just like the whim of what Twitter wants it to be, then it's always gonna be bouncing around and you're not gonna be focused. And like I got my 3 things and that's it. And like as long as I'm doing them, I'm doing what I need to do. And I know I'm gonna achieve what I want to achieve. You're crazy until you're successful. Then you're a genius.
To create something that even after you're dead for decades just has such a profound impact on basically half the human population. What a beautiful thing to do. You know what I mean? I couldn't think of anything better.
What does it look like? Do you get to 1 billion views a video at
I
some
don't
point?
know.
Like,
Here's the thing. Fuck stats. We're gonna make the best videos possible. And I'll get what I want if I do that.
you know, that's something you said to us maybe 4 years ago. You said just focus on making the best videos and the whole world will open up to you.
Exactly.
What do you hope your legacy is?
I just hope whatever it is that it's a net positive on the world and it impacts billions of people in a positive way.